So what's up, guys? Stan here from Rocky Creek. We really hope everybody's doing well. We appreciate y'all coming back and checking us out. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We hope you enjoy it. So normally y'all get me on my morning chores, but things have been a little crazy here lately, and you're gonna see why, because the new addition we've talked about for the last couple of weeks, well, it's arrived, and we're gonna share that with you here shortly. But I got a few of the animals already fed this afternoon. I need to get Mater fed, meat birds. I need to top off some of their feed, and most everybody needs water because it's a hot one here today. It's probably about 90, 92, and the humidity is up pretty good. So let's go get these guys taken care of, and then we'll show you what new thing has arrived here at the homestead just the other day.
Mater!
What's up, brother? What are you doing? Huh? What's up? What's up, Mater?
We have to check him for ticks, right?
Nah, he's been good lately. I've been checking him. I'll check him though. We'll check him over. Let's give him some food first. You want to eat? You want to eat, brother?
Hey, I can put his food in if you lift me. Oh!
There you go, bro. Oh, it's on your ears. You got food on your ears, man. I'll help you out with that in a minute. I tell you guys, Mater is probably quickly becoming my favorite animal on this homestead. For I don't think you will find an intact boar in any breed of pig as nice and as chill as this guy. I cannot be more happy with him. So let me top off his water, and I also need to get, you can probably see them back there, the meat birds. I need to get those guys some more water, but we gotta get them some water, especially with as hot as it's been, because these guys, they drink a lot of water because they are getting big. What y'all doing? It's a hot one today. Look how big these puppies are getting, man. Y'all ready to fill my freezer? I'm ready for you too. So I'd always hoped that they would kind of give up on this traditional style water and just use their nipple water, but I see how much they like drinking out of this regular water, and as hot as it's been, I just decided I wasn't gonna take it away at all while I've got them. So we're just gonna keep using that water for now. Might as well keep them happy because they're gonna give my family a lot of food. Keep the bottom still and unscrew the green part. There you go, good job. All right, now put it on the ground. There's y'all's water. See guys, they still just love this old style water. Now, they do still use the nipple water. To give you an example, I filled that thing up this morning, so they've already knocked down about half of it. And then you might be able to see they're also using this style water too. For some of you that may be new to the channel, so this is gonna be our very first time raising meat chickens. I've never done meat chickens ever in my life. I've never processed them. So actually here in about 3 to 4 weeks when we process these guys, that's gonna be my first time. And I'm kind of excited, but yet I'm also nervous at the same time. But I'm really excited. At the end of the day, it's 15 meat chickens that we'll be able to provide our family, and they'll be able to feed us for quite a while. And in our family, we eat a lot of chicken, so this will be really good. So stay tuned for that, because I don't know how it's gonna play out, but you know what? I got a buddy of mine doing it with us, and we're gonna figure it out together, and we're gonna take you along for the ride. That kid just absolutely loves that rope swing right there. Every day I come out here and work on stuff, she's always out here just swinging away. So real quick update on the $10 Tractor Supply pools we bought for my man Mater here to keep him cool. We started out with it right over here, and I did end up moving it back to right here because this particular spot stays shaded probably 80% of the day. And we've been using it now for about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I think it's about 2 weeks. But he uses it pretty much daily, and it's been actually holding up really good. The other day I was cutting grass and he was spilling out the side of it, but the side seemed to be holding up. So for 10 bucks, I think it was a very good buy that we were able to find at the Tractor Supply. So if you're looking for something similar to that, you might give it a try for as cheap as it was. All right, so my man Mater, he's been fed. Meat chickens have been fed. We got a run down here. The piglets and the egg layers, they've already been fed, but piglets, they think every time we show up, they think it's time to eat, so they're probably gonna get loud anyways. But we definitely gotta give them some water. They're down to just a little bit of water. So we're gonna head down there, and we gotta also collect eggs real quick. What's up, piglets? Henry, everybody was worried about you, brother. Olivia. I know. Old Henry here, he's quickly becoming Madison's favorite of the piglets for sure. There's no doubt about that. But he's also the whiniest, if you can hear him back there. Hey guys, over here. The hot one, make sure you drink plenty. Keep yourself hydrated. Y'all are too stinking cute. Hey, you wanna go in and round up the eggs?
Yeah.
All right, let's get them.
No chickens.
Chickens. Q-tip.
What's up, Q-tip?
Yeah, we talking to you. Q-tip. Oh, here you go. Always drama with Q-tip.
Yep, drama queen.
Q-tip, why are you so dramatic? Go ahead, little diva. Always got to be screeching and yelling every time somebody comes around. There's 3 of our teenage chicks.
Yeah, one of them.
There's
like
2
this.
more of them.
Hold on, not this, not this, not this.
We're missing one of them. But we only get 5. Is that all we got?
6.
We got 6 of them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's number 6. He's eating that piece of leaf you just threw in there.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get these eggs. How many we got?
I have not. I think there was 8.
8. And I got 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. There's 2. Yeah, I'm getting them. I'm sorry. Does that upset you? Yeah. And 2 more in this one.
Come here, chicken.
Fitty, what are you doing, boy?
Come here, stop. Stop.
So all of our pullets, if you want to call them that still, they're getting older. They're all doing really well. All the chickens are doing really good. Now, one thing I am going to be trying here real soon, I just picked up the stuff the other day, is there's another channel that makes their own feed. And I'm actually going to do my attempt at making that feed as well to see how well it works out. I'm going to finish up what feed I do have, and then we're going to go from there. Now, I buy all my feed at a local mill, but I still got all the ingredients for it from that local mill too. I'm just going to put it all together so I can have a little more control over what's in the food. And we're going to see how it works out. If it's better nutrition for the chickens, then I'm going to do it. But we'll talk more about that when we get to that point and when I do that video when it's time, once I use up my existing feed. Now, if you've also been following us on Facebook and Instagram, one of the new chickens is by far one of my daughter's favorites. It follows her around oftentimes. She can pick it up no problem. She came up with the name of Starfire, which is quite intricate. I don't know where that came from, but anyways, that's what she names it. Chickens is her thing here, so there it is. She walked right in there and snatched her right up, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like this one?
Yeah.
Was I right as a Starfire?
Yeah.
So Starfire.
Her nickname's Star.
She's a barred rock. We had barred rock before at our old house when we lived in our little neighborhood before we got some more land, and those were good for us. Now, there's another chicken. Let's see if we can find it. That one right. Let's see if we can zoom in on her. There's one. It's like that dark gray with the black legs and the black head right there. She, as well, was supposed to be a barred rock, and clearly, definitely is not. I was thinking she might have been a sapphire gem because the store sells those too and then just got misplaced. However, comparing her to my other sapphire gems, she's a lot darker, and her legs in particular are more of like a blackish color, where my other sapphire gems legs are like a really light gray. So I'm just gonna chalk it up that she's some kind of a mix and isn't really a purebred at all. Unless y'all know, if y'all know what kind of chicken that might actually be, throw it down there in the comments. We appreciate it. Spotty, what are you doing, Spotty? You gonna let her go so we can get on?
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Oh, her feather just came off. Feather.
Bye, Starfire.
Her nickname's Star.
Oh, nickname Star. So we'll just call you Star. That's a little bit easier. All right, so the only animals we got left to check on for the afternoon is gonna be the rabbits. If you haven't seen the video on how we're caring for these rabbits in the heat now, you know, be sure to check that one out. But it's really worked out well. I only had those things in there for probably about 10 minutes, and I came back and one of the rabbits was already laying on them. Now, typically when I get up to them and open the door, it kind of spooks them a little bit, so they run off of it. But let's see. She's laying against hers. I don't know if you can see her in there. See if y'all can see her. It's hard to see with that wire. See if I can get this one open without cinnamon running off, and you can really see how they lay on them. Y'all see that right there? Well, she got up now. But she had just her front half on there, and she was laid up right up against that side right there. And so I put these out, right now it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. I put these out about 12, and they're still, there's a tiny bit of ice in it, but even then they're still really cool. And this stone, it's probably, I mean, it's way colder than what the actual ambient temperature is outside right now. So they definitely get a lot of relief by laying on it, and it also gets a little bit wet, which I think helps them too if they get any airflow and breeze that comes up through the bottom of it. So definitely try that out if you're going to be raising rabbits in the summertime. Got all the animals squared away. Real quick, we're going to show you some of those seed starts we started a while back. They're really popping, and I'm hoping we're going to get those in the garden here in the next day or two. So let's check these out real quick. Remember, we had a lot of our cucumbers and stuff died. Look at those puppies. Cucumbers are popping up pretty good right there. And then of our tomato seed starts, they all started except for one. These are coming up. I got this one random green bean I started. But now over here, we're kind of not sure what's going on here. A couple of the okras popped up. I got a couple of the tomatoes. The golden ones are starting to peek through. But the peppers, not a whole lot's going on with them. Now, the only thing I'm holding out hope for in terms of the peppers is that when I started the seeds on the peppers earlier this year, they were really delayed. Like, I really thought there was no hope for them, and then all of a sudden, boom, they started poking through. So I'm gonna hold out for about another week to 2 weeks and see if those pop through, and if not, then we're gonna reseed those as well. We're gonna go down here real quick, down to the garden, give you an update on what's going on with the garden. And I also just got in the mail the other day some more seeds from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. And so we're hoping we can get some more seeds started on that. So we'll spend a whole day and a video in the garden here real soon. But I think we're finally making a turnaround on our garden. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about right now. Guys, look at it. Now, it's not real impressive because we still got a lot of areas to plug in, but those of you that have been following me and know about how disastrous stuff had been in the garden to this point, it was pretty sad. But here in this past week, we've turned a corner and things are going pretty good. And most of those seeds that we stuck in the spots that stuff had died from the flood, we're bouncing back. Check this out. So these turnips and radishes just started popping up big time. I got a lot of weeding to do though. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this still isn't very impressive in what I would have wanted, but compared to what it was not only just a week ago, way better. My kale, which I said in a previous video that this was turnips, and I'm an idiot. No, it's not. It's actually a version of kale. It's a lot smaller than what I thought it would be, but it's even way better than what it was. This lettuce is awesome. Look at all that lettuce running all the way down there. I really enjoy this Rocky Top mix. If you're not good at gardening and you want to get your feet wet with something gardening, this Rocky Top mix, man, I don't do anything to it, and it just is popping. The cabbage, it's trying to come back. Now, we did have an issue, which is the biggest reason why I went and got some. See if I can find one that maybe still has some on it. We did have an issue though with our cabbage, which is what kind of led me to go get some organic bug killer. It seems to be better now, but I came out here and there was this pile of these black specks all around it. And when I looked online, it was some kind of a cabbage beetle or I don't remember exactly what it was. But I got it sprayed. Now, I will say it worked really well. I have noticed it did really good for about 2 days, but then I'm starting to get some more of these little holes. So it makes me think that I got something else messing with them now. These Brussels sprouts, they're kind of still fairly similar. They got a few more leaves to them, but they're still pretty similar to what they were. So guys, check this out right here. We stuck those corn seeds in, that glass gem corn, in each spot that the okra had died, and look at that. I have 100% germination rate. The only one that I wasn't sure about just popped up the other day. There it is. But every one of these corns have popped up. Now, whether or not they're gonna hold out or not, I don't know, we're gonna see. But it's better than what I had. Now, one of the biggest surprises was my tomatoes. We put those tomato plants in and they looked really sad. But check this out. Look at that row of tomato plants. This whole side right here is the tomato brims. Now remember, I talked about how they were really struggling and I had pulled off the bottom leaves. And now look at this, guys. It has probably tripled in size just this week. all the way down through here. And then the golden ones, they were almost nothing. And now look at these guys. They're not near the size of the others, but they are way better than what they were before. Guys, I'm pretty stoked. Check out these cucumbers we just ran on that little trellis system. Now, my daughter, she's not super tall, but she's almost as tall as that cattle panel. And I bet that cucumber plant has almost doubled. And the cattle panel's working out really good. You can see how it's throwing out. I don't know the proper name for these, but you can see how they're naturally hooking on and giving stability to the plants. Hey, but this thing is probably off the ground right now about 1.5 feet. Compared to where we were at this time a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I'm like extremely happy with what we're having right now.
Look, there's something growing right here under the flower.
That is, so see that right there? If that flower pollinates properly, that could turn into a cucumber eventually. So we'll have to keep an eye on them, okay? Pretty cool, huh? Everywhere you see a flower, it can end up becoming a vegetable or a piece of fruit depending on what you're growing. Is that cool? Yeah.
That one has some flowers and some stuff right here.
Yeah, so we have to keep an eye on it, okay?
Everywhere.
Yep. So yeah, guys, based off where we were a few weeks ago, I'm super stoked. There's some of these other cucumbers and the green beans, they're coming back to life now. So I'm thinking if we can really hold on to what we got, plug in the spots that stuff had died, get these other seeds started that we just started up. Hey, this is the first time I've been able to smile in this garden in a while, man, and I'm gonna take it. That's a little bit of update here. We'll get into a lot more in the garden here real soon, but let's talk about the other thing that's got me smiling, but yet I'm pretty exhausted too, and that's the newest addition here at the homestead. So let's go check that out and let you see what we've been preparing for quite some time now. Hey guys, so I'm heading over so you can see what the new addition is. So while I'm walking to it, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So I searched high and low, this perfect thing to have here on the homestead. And after a long time of searching, we finally found exactly what I was looking for. And so things all worked out. And after a lot of preparations, a lot of years of getting ready for this, I have finally gotten what I've been trying to get for a long time. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So guys, we're in the house and there's a reason for that. The thing we've been trying to get here for a while, I've been the lonely man here in this house with my wife and my daughter. I love them, but I was a little outnumbered. So we got us a new little man here on Rocky Creek Homestead that will hopefully grow up and be able to help me out a whole lot. So now, little Miss here is a big sister. And this is why you hadn't seen Mrs. Rocky Creek a whole lot, because she's been carrying this guy around. And normally, she's lucky to be 110 pounds soaking wet. So you put this guy in it, it's a lot for her to deal with. So we've been trying to let her rest up, and it resulted in us having a healthy baby boy right here. And we're glad to have him here. And everybody's settling in now, and things are looking up for us around here. So guys, here's the thing. I talk about always trying to persevere, keep your head up. And even if stuff isn't going the way you want it, you just got to keep chipping away, okay? My garden was starting to fail. Things were not going too well, but we just kept grinding it out. And as of right now, things are turning the corner. I've never raised meat chickens a day in my life. We jumped in it. There were some hurdles initially, but now those chickens are super healthy, and hopefully here real soon we're going to have a lot of good quality meat for our family. You know, I work in law enforcement. My wife was pregnant during this pandemic stuff. You know, there was just a lot of stuff going on that made pregnancy and birthing a child very difficult. You know, I got called into work just days before my son was scheduled to be born. But you know, you got to keep grinding away. You got to keep your head up, and good things will come. And so now, ever since stuff had gotten a little bit crazy here for the last several months, I got a beautiful son that you know, having a son is awesome. I love my daughter to death, but being able to have both a son and a daughter is like the best of both worlds, both of which are extremely healthy. You know, it's a big blessing that's been given to us by, you know, God himself, and we really appreciate that, because at the end of the day, he really is in control of what's going to happen with us. So guys, I'm glad we could bring you along on this journey. Hey, if you were hoping for a cow or a goat, I'm sorry, but hey, we got a little man here on the homestead now. So things are gonna be a little bit hectic, but we're still gonna get stuff done. We're glad to have you be part of it. We appreciate y'all being with us. Y'all take care of each other, spend time with your family, love one another, and we'll see you here real soon on the next episode. Y'all be good.